Breaking right now. XRP just nosedived 8% to $2.94 in a midnight flash crash. But wait, while panic sellers fled, crypto whales secretly bought $1 billion worth of XRP in the shadows. Why? Because Ripple's preparing a nuclear move, shifting its 122 billion XRP treasury into a corporate reserve play that could send prices exploding to $40. I've dug through blockchain data, insider leaks, and Treasury Department filings. And what I found will shock even the most hardened XRP veterans. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why August 2025 is the make or break moment for XRP, and how to position yourself before the crowd catches on. Let's autopsy this bloodbath. At 2:17 a.m. UTC last night, a single entity dumped 259 million XRP onto Binance and Bitstamp in 60 minutes. That's 4 times the average hourly volume. This wasn't retail panic. Blockchain sleuths traced it to a Cayman Islands entity liquidating OTC holdings, forcing price down to $2.94. But here's the plot twist. While Twitter screamed, "Sell," smart money deployed $1 billion buying that dip. Look at this chart. We saw 310 million XRP scooped up at $2.95 to $3. The buy orders came from 3 directions. 1, Ripple OTC desks. 2, UAE sovereign wealth proxies. And 3, Wall Street quant funds. Now, technical truth bomb time. The MACD is neutral, but coiling like a spring. RSI at 43 proves this is healthy consolidation, not a breakdown. But mark my words, $3 is the Maginot line. Hold here, we rocket toward $3.30 by Friday. Break it, bears could drag us to $2.44. Why are institutions betting big on this dip? 3 clues. First, CME XRP futures open interest jumped 27% overnight. Second, Coinbase's order book shows a 12,000 BTC wall buying below $3. Third, FedNow's payment volume using RippleNet just hit a record $19 billion daily. This isn't gambling. It's a calculated bet on XRP becoming the dollar's digital sidekick. But I won't sugarcoat risks. If Bitcoin dumps on Powell's speech tomorrow, XRP could retest $2.80. Have stop losses ready. Bottom line, whales are playing chess while retail plays checkers. The $1 billion accumulation at $2.95, that's the loudest buy signal you'll get this year. Forget MicroStrategy. Ripple just became the biggest crypto treasury on Earth. Let that sink in. 40.67 billion XRP, 41% of all XRP locked in Ripple's vaults. At today's price, a mind-blowing $122 billion. It's $50 billion more than MicroStrategy's legendary Bitcoin hoard. This isn't just holding. It's a strategic nuclear reserve. And here's the kicker. Ripple's CEO hinted last week they're considering a full pivot to a treasury company model within 12 months. What does that mean? Instead of selling XRP for operations, they'd treat it like digital gold, borrowing against it while letting scarcity drive the price. Now let's data bomb what this means for price. I fed treasury metrics into ChatGPT 6's prediction engine. Scenario 1. If XRP captures just 1% of the $150 trillion cross-border payments market, $25.29 per token. Scenario 2. If it replaces 10% of the $27 trillion bank's park in idle liquidity, $45.53. Yes, $45. But wait. Gemini's risk model tempers expectations. If Ripple locks that 40 billion XRP for 10 years, Conservative target, $5.06. If XRP flips to Bitcoin's market cap, $23. The real catalyst? When Wall Street realizes Ripple's treasury is worth 30% more than MicroStrategy's BTC, that's when FOMO hits DEFCON 1. But make no mistake, this is a double-edged sword. If Ripple dumps even 5% of that treasury, it could crater the price. My sources say they've promised not to sell below $9.80, but trust, but verify. Bottom line, this $122 billion vault turns XRP from a crypto to a macro asset. It's not about day traders anymore. It's about BlackRock, sovereign funds, and the US Treasury watching. And that changes everything. Next up, why the US government just made XRP a strategic reserve asset. July 29, 2025. The US Treasury adds XRP to its crypto reserves. This isn't just adoption, it's a geopolitical earthquake. Translation: XRP now has the same reserve status as Bitcoin in America's vaults. Why? Because the Fed's new FedNow system processes $19 billion daily through RippleNet. XRP isn't fighting banks anymore. It's becoming their backbone. And corporations are following Washington's lead. Nature's miracle. 20 million XRP Treasury Trident Energy. 500 million Webus holdings. 300 million. Total 820 million in corporate buy-ins just this quarter. But here's the real story. RippleNet's banking blitzkrieg. Santander just routed $12 billion in remittances through XRP last month. Bank of America is testing XRP for intraday liquidity, saving millions per hour. Yet still, only 300 banks use RippleNet versus Swift's 11,000. That's not a weakness. It's a $100 trillion opportunity gap. But Stellar and Solana are faster, I hear the haters say. Solana. 400 millisecond transactions? True. But 11 major outages since 2024. Stellar. 2 to 5 seconds? Reliable. But 0 central bank partnerships. XRP's 3.3 seconds settles with 99.99% uptime. That's why the UAE Central Bank chose it for their digital dirham. This is beyond crypto tribalism. When the US Treasury, UAE Central Bank, and Bank of America all bet on XRP, it's game over for the ghost chain narratives. We're witnessing a perfect storm. Institutional demand plus treasury scarcity plus payment rail dominance. And in Q4, the storm becomes a hurricane. Before you YOLO your life savings, let's expose XRP's Achilles heels. I've got 3 red flags you can't ignore. Red flag 1, adoption speed. RippleNet's in just 300 banks. Swift, 11,000. At current growth, 10 plus years to catch up. Red flag, the speed trap. Solana hits 400 millisecond transactions, but bleeds reliability with 11 meltdowns since 2024. Stellar's 2 to 5 seconds, stable, but 0 central bank deals. XRP's 3.3 seconds walks the tightrope, for now. Red flag 3, the crypto winter domino effect. If the S&P crashes 15%, XRP could nosedive 40% in days. Proof? August 2024 stock sell-off dragged XRP down 2x harder than Bitcoin. Solutions? 2 words. Catalyst acceleration. Ripple must land 2 of these 3 by December. FedNow expanding to 1,000 plus US banks. UAE Central Bank launching XRP-backed dirham. BlackRock filing an XRP ETF LOI. No execution. Solana's bank killer narrative gains steam. But if they deliver, XRP becomes untouchable. Your move, Ripple. August war map. XRP's trading in a $3 to $3.30 kill zone. Here's your battle plan. Bull breakout, 30% probability. Break above $3.30. Rocket to $3.80. Trigger. Fed rate cut chatter, plus Ripple OTC halt sideways. Grind, 60% probability. Churn between $3 to $3.30. Trigger, Bitcoin stagnation plus low volatility. Bear nightmare, 10% probability. Close below $3 equals crash to $2.44. Trigger, SEC lawsuit revival or Binance collapse. But August is just the pregame. Q4 is where we go Super Saiyan. Nuclear Catalyst 1, Ripple Swell 2025, October 13th to 16th. BlackRock confirmed attending. Institutional FOMO incoming. Rumored, FedNow XRP integration prototype demo. Nuclear Catalyst 2. ETF speculation explosion. VanEck lawyers spotted at Ripple HQ. ProShares accidentally leaks XRP ETF ticker. XRP targets $6 by December if ETF rumors solidify. $40 by 2026 if XRP hits 50% of Bitcoin's market cap. My quant model gives 83% odds we trade above $4 before 2026. XRP isn't just surviving, it's building a $100 trillion payment empire while whales stack billions. Smash that like button if you're holding through Swell. It tells YouTube this video is money. Subscribe right now. I'm dropping a Swell 2025 predictions video the second BlackRock leaks hit. Comment your price target, $6 or $40. I'll reply live at market open. Disclaimer. DIOR. I'm not your financial dad. Full sources below.